to you?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay, fine. Yes, now I am in instance user.
Okay. So yesterday we have seen like how we can create the instance and
Mm-hmm.
so like about the registry variables and
Yes,
how to check the registry variables and how to so yeah, so we didn't see how to update the registry variables, right? So
right.
that we'll be doing along with how to along with when we learn how to update the database manager configuration parameters DBMCF.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
So before that, okay, so we have created an instance now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
so if you can just go to ls hyphen latr,
Yes, hyphen LTR.
yeah, latr,
LATR. Okay.
yeah, latr,
LATR.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So if you can
LATR
just,
means.
it will show the hidden files.
Okay, okay, okay.
So if you just do cat space
Cat
dot profile,
dot profile.
yeah, okay. So if you see, so this there are few lines that it is showing like DB2 Sahib. If this file is present, so then run the file, the script. Okay. So this will be this dot profile file
Not
will be
understand what
updated.
are you saying. Not getting your point actually.
Yeah, yeah. See, so dot profile is
Hmm.
so whatever. So you can mention environmental variables. Okay, and
Okay.
so environmental variables in the sense like suppose if you want to if you want to say like if you want to run a command, okay, so that command
Hmm.
is large. Okay, you can just define that command in the dot profile with some variable. Suppose say like if you want to run a command, okay,
Okay.
like 1 second, yeah, so like uh, not create not creating, okay, so something like yeah, so if you want to run a command which is like a big number, so if you say db2
Hmm.
list db2 list
Hmm.
databases, okay, so
Okay.
db2 list databases or db2 list tables, okay, so this is a command, okay, so if you want to just make that command as simple, okay, you can define what how you can run that command, so I will let you know.
Okay.
So that is what
Okay.
dot profile, whatever you define in dot profile file, right, so
Okay.
that will
Okay.
be
Okay.
applicable
So,
applicable for this user.
so whatever command we are running, all those
Hmm.
command is already in dot profile.
No, no, not in dot profile, so
Okay.
you have to mention that in the dot profile.
Okay. 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 In
Okay.
dot profile, only those command which we have mentioned is
Hmm.
present. Will
Yeah,
be present.
that is user defined, I mean you are
User define. Okay.
defining.
मुझे लगा
Yeah,
I'm thinking it was system define. Okay.
no, no, so user defined, if you want to define something
Okay. Okay. Okay.
out of what db2 has provided, if you want to define something you can provide that in the dot profile. So
Okay.
yesterday we have seen that other users can also run the db2 commands, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Correct.
So how they can run the db2 commands?
We have attached that profile in global directory.
Right. So same thing. For instance,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to attach to the instance every time. Okay. So these
Okay.
lines, what are three lines that it has in this start profile file? So it is
Mm-hmm.
whenever you log in into the user called Sahil, this dot
Okay.
profile will get activated.
Okay.
Okay. So that is the reason why instance does not require attaching to the instance profile. Instance user
Okay.
does not require attaching to the instance profile is because that that definition is already provided in the dot profile file.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the reason we don't need to attach every time to the dot profile for the
Okay.
instance. So you can make changes for the existing users also. So you can include these three lines for any user, and that user does not need to attach to the instance every time if he wants to
Okay.
run the db2 commands.
Okay.
Okay. So that is what.
Okay.
So this
So
is
so
part of.
this is also a session level, or it will permanently
This is permanent.
permanent. Okay. But
Yeah.
the registry
Once.
variable we have attached yesterday, that was the session level.
Right. Right. If you, yeah, if
Okay.
you
Okay.
exit and if you log in, so you again have to
Hmm.
attach to the instance. So if you
Okay.
mention that in the dot profile file, you don't have to attach to the instance every time.
Okay.
Okay. So as soon as you
Okay.
log in into the user, so that dot
Hmm.
profile will get executed.
Okay.
Okay. So that is what
Okay.
dot. So this is part of instance creation. So when an instance is
Okay.
getting created, so these lines will be
Hmm.
added in the dot profile file of the particular user.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
this is one thing that I didn't tell you yesterday. Okay. So now, so we have created that instance, right? Then
Okay.
we will be check. So there are again different types of variables. If you have heard of
Hmm.
environmental
Hmm.
variables are something like, so whatever the session you have logged in, right? So there are
Hmm.
few variables applicable for that. So if you say,
Okay.
if you do pwd, so pwd is also a environmental variable, okay, where it will store what is the present working directory that you are in. Okay.
Okay.
And if you, whenever you are installing some softwares, so we will be updating the class path and path variables, right?
Okay.
So class path and path variables are something we will be saying that, okay, so in this path I have the Java installed.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Hmm.
And in this path I have this application installed. So that is what the environmental variable will tell you.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
apart from registry variables, database manager configuration parameters, okay,
Hmm.
so we will be having the environmental variables. How to check what are the environmental variables that are defined by the, it is not particular to the DB2 level, okay,
Okay.
it is not
Okay.
DB2 level, so it is the system level actually.
Okay.
I mean, every user will be having the environmental variables predefined by the operating system.
Okay.
We will check that. How to check the environmental variables is just type the command env, environ.
ENV.
Yeah, enter. So
Yes.
these are the environmental variables that is defined by this operating system. Scroll up.
Scroll up. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So if you see, so all these are the environmental variables.
And
So
what is
for
DB,
each,
DB2 set hyphen all?
that
The
is the registry variable which is particular to that instance.
okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so you can
Okay.
modify that using db2 set command, but env is
Oh.
something which will come for all the users in the system,
Okay. So
not
ENV is a Linux based Linux operating
correct,
system based command, not DB2.
right, operating
Okay.
system based variables,
Okay.
variables for that particular user. Okay, so this will be, this most of these will be same for all the users. If you see IBM underscore DB underscore include, okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so this is only for this instance because Sahel is the instance. That is why IBM
Yes.
underscore DB underscore include has been defined. For the other users, it might not be there. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so if you see like so LOG name, so login name is Sahil. This is one of the environmental
Mm-hmm.
variables. If you see language, so what is the language
Mm-hmm.
that it is using is ENUS. Okay, English US. So which is like operating system,
Yes.
operating system level. So what is the
Mm.
home directory for Sahil? Sahil's home directory is DB2 Sahil. Okay. So all these
DB2 side.
things,
Yes.
yeah, all these things will be coming into the environmental variables. This is not, what I'm saying is,
Okay.
this is not similar to the registry variables. Registry variables are particular to the instance. Okay. Whereas environmental variables are particular to the users. You got it, Sahil?
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so that is the difference between environmental variables and registry variables. Okay, so
Oh,
now we will go through the configuration parameters for the instance. Okay,
okay.
so now
Okay.
run DB2 get DBM CFG.
DB2 get DB CFG. Yes.
Okay, so these are all the configurations that
Database
we
manager.
have,
Yes. Database manager
yeah,
parameter.
for the database manager parameters. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so here, as I said, like for different instances, so they will be adding few of the environment, few of the configuration parameters. Okay,
Okay.
one second. Yeah, so there are like around 80 to 90 configuration parameters that we'll be having. Okay, so we'll be not discussing
Okay.
all of these configuration
Okay.
parameters. So we'll be discussing the major, what are the parameters that we will be configuring and updating in our as part of database administrator. Okay,
Okay.
so I will come
Mm-hmm.
from the start. Just scroll up.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So if you see this node type, okay. So this is the
No type.
enterprise
Yes.
server edition. Okay. So whatever the license that we
Okay.
have applied is, it is the enterprise server edition. Okay. So the
Okay.
database manager configuration release level is 0x1500. So this is common for all the instances. I mean, you can see this release level for all the 11 version 11. Okay,
Okay.
so for version 10, so it will be 0x14000.
Okay.
Okay, so that does not have anything to do with, we cannot modify this release level actually. Okay,
Okay.
so you don't see any uh, I mean like the parameter here. So it is just written that
Hmm.
database manager configuration level release level is equals to 0x1500. Okay,
Okay.
this configuration parameter we will not be going to change. So
Okay.
CPU speed, communication
Hmm.
bandwidth. So CPU speed is based on what type of CPU that you are using. So we will be having the processors, right? So Intel processor,
Right.
okay,
Okay.
and so there is different companies processors that we will be
AMD
having.
processor.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
it is based on the company, okay. So and the
Okay.
performance of that CPU processor,
Okay.
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 So this value also you will not be changing because this will be directly fetching from the whatever the type of CPU that you are using.
Okay.
Okay, this is from operating system. Your
Okay.
DB2 will fetch these details and it will update.
Okay.
Okay, so communication bandwidth. It is like the communication bandwidth is your internet. Okay,
Okay.
so you will be having 1 Mbps, 100 Mbps, like 1000 Mbps of speed. Okay, so
Okay.
based on based on the configurations, the internet configuration, so this parameter will be getting updated and you cannot change this parameter.
Okay.
Okay, so the
Okay.
next is numDB. Okay, so
Okay.
numDB will
Okay.
tell you like what is the maximum number of uh, active databases which will be running in parallel. Okay,
Okay.
so in 11, in version 11, so we are having like 32 databases you can run under a instance. Got it? So you
So
can
we can
create
create
maximum,
32 database in this instance, Sahil.
right,
Maximum.
in this
Yes.
particular instance. Correct. You got it?
Yes. Yes. Got it.
Yeah. So that can be. active. Okay, active in the sense like you can create that many databases, or you can catalog that many databases. Okay.
Okay.
File 1 second. So
Okay.
so this numDB parameter will tell you that how many of the maximum number of databases so that can be active for a particular instance. Okay, so the maximum that it can be using is 32. Okay, that is why DB2 has defaultly provided numDB as 32. Okay, so you cannot use more than 32 of the active databases in the for a particular instance. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Audible? Hello?
Okay, so that is what numDB parameter is. Okay,
Yes,
so
fine.
federated. Okay, so
Okay.
we have a concept called federation in DB2 database. Okay,
Okay.
where you can connect to Oracle database from the DB2 database itself.
Where? Yes, please speak again. Where?
Sahil,
Hello? Yes.
yeah, can you hear
Your
me?
voice is too low actually. Hello? Your voice is too low.
I'm getting some noise, background noise.
From my side.
Yeah, I guess.
Just a minute.
No, it's gone. Turn it on. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting some
Once
noise,
again,
background noise.
just a
Can you
minute.
rejoin?
No, no, actually fan is running.
Yeah.
Now it's fine. Hello?
Just
Now it's
just
fine.
yeah, now it is just okay now.
Okay.
Can you able to hear me?
Yes, yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, okay, okay.
So we are
So
talking about federation.
yeah, federation. So federation
Hmm.
concept will be there in most of the all the databases. Okay, federation is
Oh.
something, a technology. Okay, where you can
Hmm.
connect to the other databases, which is like not
Okay.
the uh, not the same database like DB2. Okay, so you can connect to
Okay.
other databases like Oracle, SQL Server, or some other
Okay.
MS SQL. Okay, so that is what federation is. Federation is for.
Okay.
So it is like
Okay.
you can, if you want to configure the federation. Okay, so
Okay.
federation is a big topic actually in all the databases. How you configure federation, so how you
Hmm.
create the tables, so all that. So it is again a different topic. So in order
Okay.
to make sure like federation is enabled, so you have to make this parameter as s. Okay,
Yes. Okay.
so just make sure that just making federation equals to s is, it is not something like we have done with the federation settings. Okay,
Hmm.
so it
Okay.
is, it will just allow that. Okay, so for
Allow
my
allowed
instance,
to set up the federation,
correct, correct.
right?
So the,
Okay.
yeah, configuring federation is again a big topic, so it will
So
take much time. So you will get many issues when setting up the
okay.
federation. We have to
So
resolve that, so that is again a different
so
topic.
so we have in this course federation.
No, no, federation is not included. That is
Okay.
advanced topic actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are not required: transaction process monitor name, default accounts. Okay. So JDK path. Okay. For every application
J-
you take, so Java is necessary, right? Java has become
Yes.
such a
Okay.
language that all the applications are using Java, and most of their
Okay.
code is written in the Java languages. Okay. So
Okay.
in order to access Java libraries and packages, so while installing the DB2, okay, it will have the
Hmm.
Java package included within it. Okay,
Okay.
and for every instance, okay, whenever you create the
Hmm.
instance, so that instance will be having the Java package pointing to the, I mean, Java package pointing to wherever it is there in the server. Okay.
Okay.
So now is this Java path is saying like, so the Java is the JDK is in this directory, which is SQL if Java and JDK 64.
Okay.
Okay. So this is also part of creating the instance. When creating the instance
Hmm.
in SQL if
It
you
will
create the
automatically
Java
create.
and yeah, so Java related binaries, packages, everything will be extracted into that SQL if directory.
Okay.
Okay. So I will tell you what this diag level, notify level, and diag path. Okay.
Okay.
So whatever whatever that is happening on the database level or the instance level. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
it should be recorded in the log file. Okay.
Okay.
So what is the log file? Okay. Log file is you have any idea what log file is?
Log file is the
No, not
transaction
transaction.
record.
Not transaction. I mean general. In general, what is a log
The file.
file? Okay. So yeah,
No,
so
not
log
understand.
log
Yes.
log in the sense like an entry of
Okay.
uh, an entry of a transaction or an entry of the change, okay, or an entry of a event, okay, anything that is
Okay.
happening on your database or not just database on the application. So it will write something to a file, okay. So that is what we call it as a
Okay.
log file. Okay.
Okay.
If you want to debug any issues, so you have
Okay.
to have you have to know what is the issue first, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
in order to find out what is the issue, so you have to
Mm.
have what is happened on the data, what is happened on the application level. Okay.
Okay.
So any application or software. So then only you will get to know what exactly the issue is. So that information will be written in a log file in DB2. That is what we call as diaglog.
Dialog. Okay.
Okay. So diaglog is a file
Okay.
where it will record all the changes or updates that are happening on your database.
Okay.
So database in the sense database configurations, whatever the changes that have been happening on the database configurations.
Okay.
So that is what diag path is. So that is what diag log file is. Okay. So where that file will be there is this is the path. So
Okay.
if you can go to DB2 Sahil SQL lib dump and diag log diag 000, copy that path and go to that.
This one. This one.
Yeah. So this is the
But
important
what is this? This is the entire path.
the small no just from slash DB2 to diag 000.
Achha.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a minute.
So this is the path where we will be having the db2diag.log file. Okay. So if
Yes.
you see the
db2
last,
dot log.
yeah. So that is the path. So this can be changed
Okay.
because see, if there are many errors or many things that are happening on the database level, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it means like
Okay.
there are many chances of getting the logs recorded in the log path, log file.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
as many entries are there in the log file, obviously the log file size will grow.
Okay.
Okay. So initially it will be something like some 10 bytes. Okay. So later
Okay.
as changes are happening and errors are getting or warnings,
Mm-hmm.
all that will be getting recorded in the log file. So when something has been writing to the file, it means the size of the file will grow, obviously, right?
Yes.
So it is based on
Yeah.
how many bytes has been written in the file. So this can grow till 10 GB,
Okay.
this can grow till 15 GB, or it can go
Okay.
till 2 GB. Okay. So
Okay.
the log file will grow automatically.
So this log file occupy in the space from the database.
Not from database. Whatever the
Okay.
whatever the changes that are happening or what are the issues that we are getting errors
Okay.
warnings So all those will
Hey,
be
I am
recorded in
asking
that.
about space. From where he is taking space
This is a
in
file which is
database
there in
memory?
this. No, no, not in database memory, on disk level.
Okay. Disk level.
File, yeah,
Okay.
file is a physical thing. Okay. So all the
Okay.
physical objects will be residing in the disk of the operating system.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So in which disk it is?
Okay.
So it is
Yes. Yes.
saying
That's why I'm
the path
asking.
is, yeah, the path is /db2.
Okay.
Okay, home directory of your instance. This is the, I
Okay.
mean, for every instance, the default path will be under SQL link.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So if, see,
Okay.
some environments, what happens is like the home directory of the user has just given 1 GB of the space. Okay.
Okay.
Like
Hmm.
your home directory is
Okay.
/db2/sahil. Okay. So /db2
G. Yes.
slash sahil will be given only 1 GB of the space.
1 GB.
Yeah,
Okay.
not more than that. So in such case, what happens is like you cannot put any of the files in that directory because these log files will be generating, okay, and it will be increasing
Okay.
day by day.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So 1 GB is not sufficient. If it is 1 GB, so then it will, once the db2 diag.log file reaches some 800 MB, so then you will be getting an error saying like the file system is full.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot write anything to the dialog. Okay.
Okay.
So that is why choose a directory where you can
Mm-hmm.
update the dialog path.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we can update the DAG path where we have space, and the
Yeah,
dialog will be written on that path.
correct.
Okay.
Okay. So that
Okay.
we can
Fine. Fine.
design at the initial stage. So if you want a special directory
Okay.
for this log file, so you can create
Okay.
a directory called /db2diag. Okay. And then
Okay. Okay.
you can update the uh,
Okay.
diag path
So we can
as,
separate those thing DAG path directory is separate, and DB2 installation directory is separate,
yeah,
and data directory is separate.
correct.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Okay. So just remember,
Okay.
so this is just the information log in the sense like what is happening on your database configurations, database, what are the issues, what are the errors that you are getting. Okay. Just remember this.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there are
Okay.
other log files in database where we can differentiate
Mm-hmm.
all these log files and what is the purpose of those. So now you got
Okay.
what a DB2 dialog is. DB2 dialog is
Yes. Yes.
something, the log file where all the updates or events that are happening on the database will be recorded
Okay.
into it.
Yes.
If you can just do
Record
cat,
into DB2 dialog.
yeah, cat that db2diag.log,
Type more.
enter, just enter. It's just 3653. Yeah. So if you see here, okay, these are few entries.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see that
Mm-hmm.
third, this will be having the date, okay, at what
Okay.
date and timestamp, okay, and
Mm-hmm.
PID is the process ID, okay, process ID of
Okay.
your DB. It will be mostly the instance process ID, which is Sahil,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So on which
Mm-hmm.
host name is the one on which host that it has been running, okay.
Okay.
And if you can see level is event,
Warning.
okay.
That's a event. Okay.
Level is event. Under that you have proc in this is procedure, okay.
Okay.
So you have run the db2 stop, okay. So db2 stop is the
Okay.
procedure,
Okay.
okay. So
Okay.
when you
So
stop
till
the,
now we
when
have
you,
two time DB to stop. Is it?
sorry,
We have
no, no,
run
no,
DB to stop two times.
no, no, one time.
That's why it's
It
recorded.
will,
Okay.
no, no, it will, see, not two times. So it will record all these details in the log file when you run the db2 stop.
Okay.
Not just, see, db2 stop is not just one. We can see that this is as one command, but behind it will be doing many things.
Okay.
Okay. So this is all the information when you start the database again it will add entry in the DB2 dialog file saying the DB2 start. Okay, DB2 start command has
Okay.
executed.
Okay.
Okay, so like this, the information will be stored in this dialog file.
Okay.
Okay, so just remember,
Okay.
if you have 10 databases under a instance, okay, so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
database will not be having the dialog file. Okay,
Yes.
only
Yes.
the database instance will be having the dialog file.
Yes. So all 10 database will be stored in DB2 dialog
Yeah, whatever.
at
No, what are
instance
the,
level.
yeah, I mean, what are the updates or changes that are happening on the
Yes, in
database
all
level?
databases will be stored in
Yeah,
a single file DB2 dialog.
correct. So
Okay.
this is a file that is particular to one instance. Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
if you have n number of databases, we will refer to
Hmm.
this log file if there are any issue in one of the any of the databases.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
here, so now you can see here like the level is event, level is warning. Okay, level
Hmm.
warning. Okay, so there are many
Yes.
types of messages that are getting recorded, right? So
Yes. Okay.
it is a event. Now the event has been happened
Mm-hmm.
on this database, which is db2 stop. Okay, then
Okay.
a warning has been generated. Okay, saying a
Mm-hmm.
lock has been acquired on this, lock has been acquired on the start file. Okay, the next one is again a warning saying that the fault monitor DB2FM. So you cannot
Mm-hmm.
stop the, so DB2FM will not get stopped under DB2
Mm-hmm.
instance user. Yesterday we saw that, right? So it is
Yes. Yes.
started with the user called root, not with instance.
Mm.
So that is why
Okay.
this warning. It is saying like fail to stop the GCF module because the DB2FMC process will not get stopped.
Okay.
Okay, so that is why you are
Okay.
getting this warning. So like this we are having different types of error messages. Okay, so level is event, level is warning. Okay, so there are some
Okay.
levels like level is error. Okay, and
Okay.
level is severe. Okay, and
Severe. Okay.
yeah, so yeah, so these are different types of levels that we have in the messages.
Okay.
Okay, so these all these messages will be getting recorded in this dialog file. Okay,
Okay.
so when you did db to get dbm cfg, so you got one more parameter called diag level. Do dbm, yeah, so you now understand the diag path, right? Diag path parameter, what
Yes.
exactly the
Yes.
diag
Yes.
path parameter. Okay,
Yes. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay. So this
okay,
is the diag path, and what is that? This one.
that is same, that is same, I mean like, so current member, so
Okay. Okay.
if
This
you,
is the same.
same path.
Okay.
Okay, on top of that you have the diag level.
Yes. Yes. Diag level. Yes.
Okay, so we have
Diagnostic error
uh,
capture level.
yeah, so what are the types of diagnostic information that should be capturing? Okay,
Okay.
so we have different types of levels, so starting from 0. Okay, so if you
Okay.
set diag level equals to 0. Okay,
Okay.
so what
Mm.
happens is like only if you do any some major changes. Okay, and
Okay.
uh, only the major changes that you have done in the configuration levels. Okay, only
Okay.
that information is going to show in this or captured in this diag log.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
it means like only that may, I mean that cannot be used to resolve any issues.
Okay.
Okay, so that is why
Okay.
we will be never setting our diag level to 0.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
if you set it to 1, Okay, what happens is
Okay.
like only the severe errors, okay, critical errors, okay, and
Okay.
event messages, okay.
Okay.
So these will be captured in this dialog,
Okay.
okay. So what and whatever the severe errors, critical errors, and these events like due to stop and all this, so these will be
Mm-hmm.
captured when you set dialog to diag level to 1, okay. So the next,
Okay.
if you set diag level to 2, what happens is like all the
Okay.
errors, okay. So all the
Mm-hmm.
errors and event messages will be captured, not just
Mm-hmm.
the severe or critical, okay. So it
Okay.
will capture all the minimal error messages also, okay.
Okay.
So minimal error messages also can be captured if you set the diag path equals to 2,
Two. Okay.
okay. So next, when you set
Okay.
dialog message to 3, okay, what happens is like
Okay.
it will capture along with the errors, events, and everything. It will capture the warning messages also, okay.
Okay.
So warning message, we have seen the warning message just now, right? So there are like
Mm-hmm.
event and warning messages we can see in the log files. So those warning,
Okay.
sometimes in order to resolve a issue, so these warning messages also play a critical role, okay.
Okay.
So that is why the DB2 will by default give the diag level equals to 3.
Three. Okay.
Okay.
So we have only till three level, or we have four and five also.
Yeah. Four. Last one is 4. Okay. So
Okay.
the four diag level 4 is something, the level, when you see level, so it will say info. Info in the sense that is for some information that it is giving the message in the dialog file. A information
Okay.
message. Okay.
Okay.
Information message is not required, but if you want to study what is happening when you do particular change, then information message will give
Mm-hmm.
you the details about what is happened, okay.
Okay.
So why DB2 has not provided the information is, there are hundreds of info messages that will be,
Okay.
that will be generating when we do some activities on the database or data instance, okay.
Okay.
You keep on collecting the information message in dialog, so the dialog file will be increasing very fast,
Very soon. Yes. Very fast.
yeah. So that is why you can set a db to this diag level to 4 only when you
Hmm.
require, okay.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
we don't want it every time, right? So
Okay.
that is the reason, like, the db2 has provided the default diag level to 3.
Hmm.
So for your purpose, if you want to update it to 4, so we can update the diag level to 4.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
that is the diag level and diag path. Okay.
Okay.
So when you come to alternate diag path, okay, alternate diag path, this, once, if suppose if this path is full, okay, so then it will
Okay.
generate the dialog in the alternative path.
Okay. We can give the alternate path.
Right. To be
Okay.
most of the times this, no one will use this, but DB2 has provided an option like you can use this alternate path. Okay, if your diag path is full, then this alternate path will be coming into the picture.
Okay.
Okay. So next thing is
Okay.
diag size. Diag size. So diag size is something like
Okay.
you can
And
restrict
what
your,
about notify level? Notify level and tag level
yeah,
will be
notify
same.
level. No, no, notify level, I will let you know. Okay. We are first
Okay.
discussing about what is the everything related to the diag file.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, dialog file. Okay.
Okay. Tag size.
Diag size. Yeah. So diag size is, so if you want to restrict the db2 diag.log file to some GB or MB, okay,
Okay.
you can mention that size here.
Okay.
Okay. So there are some situations like we want this to be restricted, because if we are not getting enough space, right? So
Okay.
so these will be in on premises. Okay, on premise systems, where if you want to add disk or remove disk, so it is a bigger task in the on premise systems. Okay, so it has become easier in cloud,
Mhm.
but in on premise system, so it is going to take you a week or 15 days of time to increase the file system sizes. Okay, so
Okay.
what happens is like, so if you are having, suppose say you, they have given you 10 GB. Okay, so out of that
Mhm.
10 GB, so now suppose in the home path itself, DB2 Sahil is the home path. For that home path they have given
Mhm.
only 10 GB of the space. Okay, so out of
Mhm.
which already 1 GB will be occupied with SQL lib directory. Okay, so
Mhm.
SQL, under SQL, SQL lib will be around 1 GB of the space. So 1 GB has been occupied.
Mhm.
Now you are doing
Okay.
your day-to-day activities, and there are many files that are generating in your home directory. Okay, and your
Mhm.
diag file is also in the same directory, right? So
Okay. Okay.
what you have an option to restrict your diag file size, saying if you want to say like, my diag size should be 1 GB, so you can mention
Mhm.
diag size equals to 1024, because this diag size is in MB. If you see in brackets, it has written
Okay.
MB.
Okay. If you want to set 1 GB, then we will mention. We need to mention 1024 MB.
Right. So 1024 is what the 1 GB is. So what happens after
1 GB.
1 GB?
Yes.
Once it reaches 1 GB, okay, so it
Mm.
will tar that dialog file and it will create a new file for you.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So after it
Until
reaches
we
1
have
GB,
space in disk.
yeah, it will tar that, or it will zip that, and it will
Okay.
compress that file. Then
Okay.
it, you will
And
be having another some other space.
another
So
file. Okay.
So like that, suppose if it has reached 1 GB 5 times, so you will be having five
Mhm.
such files, tar files or zip files.
Yes.
Okay.
Understand.
What,
Understand. Okay.
what you can
Okay.
do is you can remove those unnecessary older files if you don't want.
Okay.
Okay. So that is what the
So it will
diag size.
automatically create new files when a previous
Right.
file
Correct.
will. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. So then,
Okay.
yeah. So we understand the diag file. So similar to diag file, so we are having a file called notification file.
Okay.
Okay, so what is this notification file will be having is, so it will be containing only the administration activities.
Okay.
Okay, so the administration activities
Where
are
it is information file.
same in the diag path.
Okay. And drive path. Could we check?
Yeah, yeah, you can check.
Just a minute.
Just do ls-ltr, you will get your
Just a minute.
instance name. The file name will be always like your instance name dot nfy, nfy in the sense notify.
My system VM is hang.
Oh, it is stuck. Okay.
Yes, yes. Just give me a second. I'll restart again.
Yeah.
Yes, Praveen. Please continue.
Yeah. So the no NFI, if you can just do ls hyphen ltr, when just go to that path.
Less hyphen
No, no,
LTR
cd sql lib,
CD
sql
slash
lib,
SQL.
not slash, no, not slash before sql lib,
Okay.
cd sql lib, cd db2 dump,
Okay. CD space CD
yeah, cd space
DB2
db2 dump, cd tab into cd tab,
CD. Yes. LS again.
yeah, ls hyphen ltr. Okay.
Okay.
Now just do cat that notify NFI. So
Cat.
I will say it like the notification file name will be like your instance name dot NFY.
Okay.
Sahil dot
This
NFY.
that one
Sahil
is
dot,
information. Okay.
yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Then
Just a minute.
notification log. Enter.
Okay.
So if you have seen, so there is much information. So when you stop the data DB2, so there is much information that is recorded in the diag log file, right?
Okay.
So now
Okay.
here it is not written any that much of information. So it has just written that the database manager has started, the database manager has stopped.
Stop. Okay.
Okay. So this is the difference between
Okay.
your diag log file and the notification log file. So if you
Okay.
want to just look into like when the DB2 has stopped or when the DB2 has started, so you can just refer
Okay.
to this file so that
Okay.
this this file, if you want to look into the db2diag.log file, so there is much information and you have to go through all the lines and you have to find out where exactly it is, right? So in order to
Okay.
make it simpler, so the
Hmm.
notification file will be having less information about the
Okay.
activity that
In
is
compared
happening.
to DB2 type.
Correct. Okay. So this is
Okay.
the difference between the
Okay.
notification and the log diag log file. So similar to
Okay.
that db2 diag log, so we are having the notification log levels also. Okay. Same thing like
Okay.
starting from 0 to 4. So 4 will be
Mm.
where you are having utmost information, including the information messages.
Okay.
Okay. Everything that is recorded when you set it to 4. So when you set it to 3,
Okay.
okay, the information messages will not be there. Okay, apart from information messages, so all the error messages, critical messages, event activities, everything will be recorded. So it is same like whatever we have for the diag level.
Okay.
Okay, so that is what the notify level is. Okay,
Okay. Fine. Okay.
next scroll up, just check what is
Just a
happening.
minute. Just a minute. Yes.
Yeah,
DB2 default database monitor switch.
yeah. So this we will be this I will explain you when we are discussing about the monitor switches. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I will just tell you what these parameters are. So if you want to monitor everything in the database, okay. So
Okay.
so we have all these processes, okay, in db2, okay, which is like
Okay.
buffer pool, locks, and sort mechanism, and so statements, timestamp, unit of work. So all these, if you want to monitor all these, I mean, if whatever is happening on the buffer pool level, if you want to monitor that, so you will switch on this switch, okay, which is default. You can just update dft mon buffer pool equals to on, then it will monitor what
Okay.
are the your buffer pool, okay, what is happening, it will monitor that. So same thing, if you
Okay.
want if you want to monitor what are the logs regarding the log information in your database, that will be monitored. So similar like sort, and statement is what are the statements that are executing on your database. Okay, so table level,
Okay.
table is again what are the activities that are happening on your table. Okay, it will monitor all that information, timestamp and unit of work. So all these are like to monitor all these, so we will make it on and off based on our requirement. Okay, so what happens is when you switch on this one, so switching on, and so monitoring is something like it will monitor and keep that record in a file, obviously, right? So if you
Okay.
want to look
Okay.
at what has been captured, so obviously it will be going to write the information into a file, in one file. Okay, it means
Okay.
you are, what happens when you switch on the monitors is it will grow the data size of your database. Okay, whatever the
Mm-hmm.
monitors that you have enabled, it will write something on your database. Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
you will read that information from the database. Okay,
Okay.
so it means, so some data has inserted into your database. It means the, obviously the size of the database will grow, right? that is
Yes,
why
absolutely.
that is why only when required we will be switching on these parameters.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so the next things are like system ADM group, control group, maintain group, and sysmon group. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
these are different levels of uh, authorizations that we can provide to a user.
Okay.
Same thing like you have a group in system level, on the Linux level, operating system level. Okay,
Okay.
so a user will be added to a group in the operating system,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Right.
it is, I mean, none of the users will be having such a case like there is no group for a user. So even like the username, if you say like Sahil is a user, okay, this
Mm-hmm.
user will belong to some group in your operating system.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
why we need the groups? So you know what is the difference between what the user and the groups and roles?
No, no, no.
No, no. Okay. So let me just differentiate between those. Okay, suppose say uh, Sahil is a user. Okay, so Sahil does not have access to switch to root.
Okay.
Sudo access to
Okay.
root. In the sense like, uh, if you want to switch to root, you have to provide the password of the root. Correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. But there is an option in Linux system where a
Mm-hmm.
user can switch to root without giving the password. Okay,
Okay.
so that we call it as sudoers. So sudoers are group of users where they can switch to root without having the password. Okay,
Okay.
suppose say, so Praveen is a user, Sahil is a user, Malik is a user in the operating system. Okay, now
Mm-hmm.
Sahil and Malik needs the sudo access so that they can log in into the root. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
now what happens is, so giving sudo access to each person is difficult. Suppose like there are some 20 persons, so 20 dbs are
Mm-hmm.
there. Okay, all the 20 dbs
Okay.
should be having the sudo access to switch to root. Okay, so
Okay.
what
Okay.
happens is like, so the Linux administrator, it will be time taking job to provide sudo access for each user. Okay, what he will do is,
Okay.
so he will create a group called, uh, so just something like, so as I said 10 dbs. Okay, he will create a group called
Mm-hmm.
dba group. Okay, so for
Okay.
that for that dba group he will give the sudo access.
Okay.
Okay, then what he will do,
Okay.
he will add all the users to this group.
On that group. Okay.
Yeah, so by default, what are the permissions that the group is having, all these users will get that permissions,
Okay.
right? So that is why
Right.
groups will play a significant role in the operating system level.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
by default, the database administrators DBA will be having a group. So if you can just do ID space Sahil,
I just a minute. ID space.
Sahil.
Yes.
Okay. So here
Yes.
the GID, if you see groups, so Sahil is part of a group called Sahil itself. Okay.
Okay.
So
But we have not
when there
created
is,
any group
we have not created any
with name
group.
Sahil.
So this will be operating system
Automatic
will default add a user to his
default.
own group. Yeah.
Okay.
So until and unless if you
Okay.
specify to which group Sahil should be added at the time of user add, then it will add Sahil to that group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You got it? What is the difference between groups and the users?
Yes. Yes. Understand. Understand. Okay.
Okay. So
Oh,
so based
yes.
on that, so suppose as I said, like so uh, groups are being defined to grant few particular access. Okay,
Okay.
like that. So we have just scroll up,
Scroll up. Okay. Just a minute.
go to that. Yeah. So if you see here, so
Yes.
sysadium, sysctrl, sysmaintain, and sysmon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what is
Okay.
sysadium is? Okay.
System administration.
Yeah. So administration in the sense like so users can have all the administration access in okay whoever is added to the system administration. So let me tell you what sysadium, sysctrl, sysmaintain, and sysmon. Okay.
Okay.
So sysadium is the highest level of authority in the database, DB2 database. Okay.
Okay.
It is like administration, administrator. So administrator in the sense our instance is also a administrator, right? So admin,
Right.
our instance is also a admin who can do anything on the database on the instance level. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay. That's why I mentioned Sahil.
yeah, right. So Sahil group.
Okay.
Okay. So what
Okay.
first we'll go through what is system admin, then we will come to this group information. So
Okay.
system
Okay.
administration is the privilege or the authority, okay,
Mm.
where the administration access for the database and the instance will be provided. It means so whoever is
Okay.
having system administrator access, so he can do anything on the database and the instance level.
Okay.
Okay. So where usually we will not provide to any of the users apart from the instance because that is a security issues again we will be getting right. So that is why only with the instance we will be doing any activity. Okay. So we will not give
Okay.
the
Okay.
system administration access to any of the users until and unless it is required. Okay.
Okay.
So it requires if someone comes and asks you to provide system administration access, we will not provide that access to anyone. So until he gets the
Okay.
approval mails from the manager or the higher authorities, then only we will provide them the access.
Okay.
Okay.
So how to provide them access? Is there any
I
command?
will tell you. Yeah, I will tell you like how
Oh,
because that we
okay.
will be checking in the authorization and authentication topic.
Okay. 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 Fine.
Okay. Yeah. So the same thing like so we have the control system control. SysCTRL is
Okay.
system control. Okay. So
Okay.
this activity like controlling con, control authorization. So what this control authorization is like. So with this authorization, a user can uh, perform the maintenance and the utility operations. Okay. So what are such maintenance and utility operations are like? So he can update the database. So once a fixed pack has been applied, right? So whoever having this control access, so they can able to do few of the only few of the operations on the database and the instance. So what are those operations that a user can do if he has control
Mm-hmm.
accesses? So he
Mm-hmm.
can update a database.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that user can have create, drop, create. He can create the database. He can drop the database. Okay. So
He
that
can also
user can do.
update the DBM parameter.
No, he cannot update the DBM parameter. He can just update the database.
Only database.
Yeah,
Database. Okay.
yeah, right. So he can create or drop the database, and he can create the table spaces. He can alter the table spaces. We will explain you
Okay.
what table space is. Okay. Then he can do the restore.
Hello.
Restore in the sense like taking the backup of the database and restore on some other server.
Okay. He
Okay.
can do all
These
the
are the
database level work. Hello. Hello. Hello.
yeah, sorry.
You are not audible here. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he can do
So all the database level work.
uh, yeah, I mean all most of the database controls that the user can do if he.
Oh, okay.
One second.
I'm not audible to
Okay,
you.
so that level of access that he will be having. So next comes to the sys maintain. Okay, system maintenance. So sys maintain
Hello.
is again a one. Hello, Sahil. Sahil, can you hear
Hello.
me? Hello.
Is there any network issue? Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Internet power off is here. So the power gone. So hence, so the mobile network I connected from mobile network. Hello. Sahil, can you hear me?
Yes. Now.
Hello.
Yes. Yes. Now you're audible.
Yeah, here. So the network has been disconnected. So
Is it fine now? Hello.
yeah.
Okay.
So
So we are talking about Sysment, right?
yeah, this is main. So
Okay.
maintenance activities. Okay. So there are some list of maintenance activities that we will be doing on the database and the instance level. Okay. So
Okay.
such maintenance activities are like backup. Okay, backing up your
Okay.
database is a maintenance activity. Okay.
Okay.
So then restore. Restore is a maintenance activity that we will be doing. Okay. Then
Okay. So
so
Sys Control Authority also do the same backup and restore as well.
no. Control does not have access for backups, so it can only restore.
Earlier you said that database backup and restore, alter, update, crop.
No. It just control will be having creating and dropping the database, not the backup.
Okay, so I'm cutting that point. Actually,
Yeah.
I was noting that why I'm saying. Okay.
Okay. So it is like control will be having control on your database in a sense like you can control the database. Okay. Create and
Okay.
drop the database or create the drop table spaces, alter the table space
Okay.
information. Okay.
Okay.
And restore your database. Okay. So these are the control activities that we will
Restore
be
yours
having.
again. You're saying restore database
Yeah.
control.
Restore is
Okay.
having the
Only restore,
control.
not backup. Okay.
Yeah. Not backup.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. It's fine now.
Yeah. So on maintenance, as that is backup is
Okay.
a maintenance task. So backup is this backup taking the database level backup access will be provided to the maintenance,
Mm-hmm.
whoever will be doing the
Okay.
maintenance,
And
right?
restore will be a maintenance part or not?
Yeah, restore it also comes under the maintenance, but it
Okay.
has given access to the control also.
Okay. Okay. Fine. But the
Okay,
stadium authority will do all the things.
this
Am I
stadium
correct?
will have everything. Yeah, it will have
Okay.
everything.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so system maintenance is like, suppose if there are any users connected to the system. So if you want to
Okay.
terminate all the users connected to the database, so using the
Mm-hmm.
maintenance access, we can do that.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
so, tell me, tell
Sysmon.
me, tell me, tell me. Yeah, well, there are a few more things. Okay, so like
Okay.
you can stop and start the instance also if you have the maintenance
Okay.
activity,
Okay.
maintenance access. Okay, so
Okay.
like this, the few activities, that few operations that you can do if you are part of this maintenance.
Okay.
Okay, so the next comes is monitor, system monitor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so you will be having only the monitor access, in the sense like
Mm-hmm.
you can just read read the data from the tables, database tables.
Okay.
Okay, so which is used to monitor the database. So you, if you have sysmon access, right, so you cannot
Okay.
do the select query on the application data table. Hmm.
We
Just a
can
minute.
use only select.
Just a minute. Monitoring in the sense like, so we will be
Mm-hmm.
having different data in the database. Okay, one is
Mm-hmm.
like uh, the application data. Okay, where the
Mm-hmm.
actual data will be there for the application. So
Okay.
what is the application data in the real time data? Okay, real time data in the sense, it is data about what your application is. Suppose if it is something like school, so just take an example
Mm-hmm.
of the database called school. So for the school related,
Okay.
what all the data that we will be having, like the student information, teachers information, okay,
Mm-hmm.
classroom information, subject information, all this data. Okay, that is the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
actual data that we will be having. Okay, the other thing
Okay.
is the
Okay.
monitoring data. So as
Mm-hmm.
side, like, so there are monitor switches we have. Okay, so that will
Mm-hmm.
be
Yes.
capturing the data, right, and it will be storing in the database. That is the
Okay.
monitoring data. So that is not anything
Oh,
related with the actual data that we have. Okay,
okay.
so if the user
Okay.
has the Sysmon access, so he can just able
Mm-hmm.
to monitor the database. So he cannot do any update operations on the database
Okay.
configurations
So he
or
can
database.
select the data. He can select the data too.
He can select only the monitoring data, not the actual data.
Okay.
Okay. So there are some
Okay.
tables. There are some tables in database where we will be having the metadata of the database. Metadata in the sense like, so if you want to see the table table related
Oh,
table related information. Okay, not
okay.
the, not what the table has the data. Okay, table information like what is the table,
Okay.
what are the columns
Structure.
the table has. Yeah,
Okay.
what are the columns and size of the column. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and how
Mm-hmm.
many columns you have, but not
Okay.
what the column data it is having.
Okay.
Okay, for say
So
example.
Sysmon can
Yeah,
only see the structure of the table, not data.
right. So Sysmon can see the structure of the table, but not the structure of the data. Okay.
Okay.
Likewise, there are
Okay.
many operations that Sysmon can do. Is like, so he can monitor. He can just do the DB2 get DBM CFG command. Okay, but he cannot
Okay.
update the configuration parameter.
Okay.
Okay, he can just do
Okay.
db2 list applications, db2 list
Okay.
tables, utilities. So
Okay.
all these he
Okay.
can just having the monitor access of the database.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
these are the instance level authorities that we will be having. So these are on the
Okay.
instance level. Okay, so when
Okay.
comes to database level, so there are
Mm.
many such authorities that we are having.
Okay.
Okay, So
So
what
what
are
my understanding is, we have four groups: sysadium,
right?
syscontrol, sysment, sysmon. Okay,
Correct.
and I have created all four the group. Right now we have only Sahil in sysadium group.
Is that
If I created syscontrol, sysment, and sysmon group as well,
hmm. Correct.
whenever a user asking me the monitor level access, then
Hmm.
we can I can add that user in that group, sysmon group. Am I correct?
Correct. Right.
Okay, fine. It's fine
Correct.
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are
Just
these
a
are
minute, I have a call.
these,
Just a minute, just a minute.
yeah.
Please give me a minute.
No problem.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. So if
Hmm.
any of the user will come and ask you to provide this access, okay, so we can add that
Okay.
user to the group
We can
first.
add that user on that particular group.
Correct, correct.
Okay,
So
fine.
that group will be updated in this Sysadium control maintain and Sysmon.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So make sure you never give the Sysadium access to any of the
Sysadium.
user
Okay. Yes.
because that is the
Okay.
highest level of
So this
authorization.
group is a OS level group or is a database level group? DBM
OS
level
level
group.
group. OS level. OS
OS
level.
level group. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the part of OS related things.
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we don't need all these till client user ID, password login, till cluster manager.
Mhm.
So we are
Mhm.
not going to use any of these parameters in our activities. Okay. So
Okay.
next
Okay.
comes to authentication. Okay. So
Okay.
so
DBM authentication.
before yeah before that
So this one
authentication
client user ID and password. This.
that is not required. I mean like so we'll be not using those parameters anytime actually. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Sahil, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes.
Sahil, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. I can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So
what is this?
yeah.
Your
So those are for external clients. So how the client should be connecting to your database. Okay.
okay.
So
Okay. Okay. Okay.
there like Kerberos is one type of login that a user can
Okay.
do. A user can do a login with his user ID and password. Okay. So those
Okay.
parameters are related to those things. Okay. We will not
Okay.
be updating these parameters actually. This is just
Okay.
DB2 has provided if uh, if the databases are containerized. So containerization is another topic in the cloud. Okay. So in
Okay.
that we will be using all these.
Okay.
Okay, that is the latest one.
Now we have database authentication, right?
Yeah, authentication, right? So yeah, so
Okay.
before going to this parameter, so we should be
Hmm.
understanding like what is authentication and what is authorization. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so we will discuss that in the next class side. So we are
Okay.
already